Superpowered mutants are not just in comic books. There are real people who have been born with unusual gifts so incredible that they can only be described as superpowers. From the ability to see 100 times more colors than anyone else to being able to smell a disease, there's no shortage of humans with some superpower-like skills. The difference, though, is that the real superpowered people don't go around fighting crime. They just go around leading normal lives, and for a pretty good reason. So let's take a look at 10 people who have somehow developed real superpowers. Number 10. The little girl who doesn't feel pain. Olivia Farnsworth never feels pain. She was born with a condition called chromosome 6 deletion, which has left her with no sense of pain and no sense of danger whatsoever. In some ways, it's an incredible gift. It helped her survive getting hit by a car. The car drove over her chest and dragged her several yards before finally stopping, and yet, while her family freaked out, Olivia just got up, waved at her mother. The only reason she survived was that her total lack of fear kept her from tensing up. Because she doesn't feel pain, she was not even bothered by what, for most of us, would have been a near-death experience. For the most part, though, Olivia's condition is pretty much just horrible for everybody all of the time. She never feels tired or hungry, so her mother has to pretty much force-feed her food and sleeping medication just to keep her alive. Plus, our bodies feel pain for a reason. That is to keep us from getting hurt. With Olivia, that's never an issue, so she once managed to bite through her own lip without even noticing. Maybe feeling ouchy every now and then is not such a bad deal after all. Number 9. Mr. Eat All. A French entertainer called Michel Lotito wowed audiences in the 20th century with his ability to eat, well, pretty much anything. This included bicycles, televisions, shopping carts, and more. But his biggest stunt of all came in 1980, when he successfully finished eating a Cessna 150 plane, which took him 2 years. How was he able to do this? Well, scientists think he had a rare condition called pica, a psychological condition that meant he had an appetite for inanimate objects. A thick stomach lining apparently enabled him to eat without injury. By some accounts, he had eaten 9 tons of metal plus a coffin by the time he passed away in 2007, apparently by natural causes. As far as superpowers go, though, this one's pretty impressive. Number 8. The man with fantastically stretchy skin. Gary Turner is a real-life Mr. Fantastic. He was born with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a condition that gives him incredibly loose skin that can be stretched like a rubber band. Also, he is in constant pain every moment of his life. From the moment he wakes up to the moment he drugs himself to sleep, Gary Turner feels a constant, searing pain below his skin that hurts so badly that he has to wear morphine patches just to get through the day. His stretchy skin has also effectively left him a hemophiliac. The skin has a very hard time clotting blood, meaning that when he gets cut, blood usually just spills out of him without stopping. He takes so much pain medication to get by that he often passes out, sometimes staying unconscious for as long as 40 hours before he can snap out of it. The constant bouts of unconsciousness made it impossible for him to finish school, severely affecting his options for the rest of his life. The only way he's been able to get by is to take up a job as a circus performer. He works as part of a modern freak show, showing off his condition that tortures him for the entertainment of others. Number 7. Magneto Man. Malaysian man Liu Tho Lin has the unique ability to stick metal objects to his body. I'm not just talking about the solitary spoon on the nose either. Liu can straight up stick objects weighing up to 36 kilograms on his body. He has even pulled a car using this ability. He was featured in the 2nd episode of Discovery Channel's show One Step Beyond for his superpowers. Scientists have found that he's not actually magnetic, however, his skin just exhibits very high levels of friction leading to a suction effect. The trait appears to be genetic. His son and grandchildren also possess the same power. Number 6. X-ray vision. Natasha Demkina is a Russian woman who claims to be able to see into people's bodies. Just like an X-ray machine, she is able to detect problems inside of people and diagnose them. Natasha was a normal kid up until the age of 10 according to her mother. At that age her abilities began to manifest. Demkina says she was at home with her mother when suddenly she had a vision. She could see inside her mother's body and she started telling her about the organs she could see. Now, she has to switch from her regular vision to what she calls her medical vision. For a fraction of a second, she sees a colorful picture inside the person and then she starts to analyze it. Number 5. Superhuman memory. Daniel Temmet is able to memorize incredible amounts of information. For example, he was able to recite pi up to 22,514 digits in 5 hours and 9 minutes on 14 March 2004. Most savants are not able to explain how they accomplish their amazing abilities, but Daniel is different. He explains that in his mind every whole number up to 10,000 has its own unique texture, color, shape and feel. This has helped him to remember things visually much easier than the average person. In his experience, the visual image of 289 is very ugly, but 333 is particularly attractive, and pi is beautiful. Perhaps this is how the frequency of numbers and numerology work with the logical world. Number 4. No need for sleeping. Imagine what life would be like if you didn't need to sleep. I know we would miss out on a lot of fun dreams, but what could we accomplish? Well, Al Herpin was a man who knew what that was like. Al Herpin claimed to have a rare type of insomnia where he didn't need to sleep, and at one point in his life had apparently been awake for over 10 years. This attracted the attention of medical professionals who investigated further. They found no bed, or sleeping place in Al Herpin's home. He claimed to go to work and then sit in his rocking chair reading until it was time to go to work the next day. He was found to be in good health and also lived to the old age of 94. Number 3. Party hard and face no physical consequences. Why is Ozzy Osbourne still alive? And I ask this question as a fan of Oz. For someone who has, by his own admission, drank, smoked, popped, snorted, and injected copious amounts of substances over the years, why is Osbourne still around when so many similarly inclined musicians from the past are not? The answer may be due to his mutant superpowers for partying. Back in 2010, Ozzy had his genome sequenced and researchers said they found several gene variants never seen before. They are, perhaps unsurprisingly, found in regions of the genome associated with alcoholism and how the body absorbs methamphetamines and other recreational drugs. Number 2. Super Samurai. Isao Machi from Japan is a martial artist with a difference. His reflexes are apparently so impressive that he can cut a BB gun bullet fired towards him with a sword. He holds numerous Guinness World Records, including the fastest BB pellet cut by a sword, at a whopping 158.29 km per hour, and the most sword cuts delivered to a straw mat in 3 minutes, 252 to be exact. It's not entirely clear how he's able to do it, but it appears he's processing what he sees on a different level to normal people. Whatever he's doing, it's mighty impressive. Before we get to number 1, if you liked this video, please show your gratitude by hitting the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon. We bring new videos every week. Number 1. Disease resistance. In the late 1970s, the virus that would later be known as HIV ravaged the gay community. But one man managed to never get sick even as boyfriends and acquaintances around him fell to the then mysterious ailment. Stephen Crone was found to have a Delta 32 mutation, which protected his CD4 white blood cells from HIV. Due to this small genetic change which otherwise had no apparent effects, Crone was completely immune to HIV. Within any disease outbreak, a few individuals in a population are always found to be immune for one reason or another, and these cases help scientists describe the disease and devise treatments. Crone ended up going to doctor after doctor, begging them to study him, because he simply could not understand why he was still alive. But sadly they were not able to use Crone's condition to save the life of anybody else. That's it for this video. We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it. If there is anyone we have missed that should be on this list, feel free to mention them in the comment section below and we will include them in the next one.